Hi everyone, I'm Marie and we are coming to you live from Living Felt because it's Happy Woolly Wednesday! Oh, happy Wednesday and Thursday to our Aussie friends and those of you, it's Thursday wherever you are. Thank you all so much for being here today. We are Living Felt based in Central Texas and we're so excited for you to be here today because so many of you joined us last week and made your artful felt fabric. So today we're going to turn your gorgeous handmade felt fabrics or paper thin artful felt fabrics into really fun fortune cookies. These fortune cookies are so sweet. They would make great guest room treasures, maybe in an Airbnb. We were talking about filling a jar for a friend and said maybe they could go as a gift tag on something. I know we had lots of ideas for these. In fact, one year someone gave us a crocheted fortune cookie for our Christmas tree. So lots of options for these, and I really look forward to sharing with you this easy, super fun, no-sew project. I think it's like you've already made the cookies and now you get to decorate them. So this is going to be a fun project today, and thank you for being here. If you've just stumbled in, this is the live show. You see all the activity going on over there in the chat. We hope you will participate. And hey, if you made your fabric, whether you're watching the live show or watching the replay, tell us what's the size of the piece you made and how much it weighed. Our target was 1 ounce for a 15 by 15 piece, and I've already been cutting mine up. So thank you all so much. I want to say hi to some folks. Hi to Teresa Dudick, Diane B. Sophia says she just didn't imagine these could become fortune cookies. Fiona in Australia and Cheryl in Wisconsin says she actually came out here to Texas to our store. Thank you so much for doing that. Hi to Ira in the UK, and we have Kelly and Lydia. Both said it's their first show. Thank you all so much for joining us. Today's project is super fun. In the description, you can grab a link to our free PDF, which will give you the supply list and a very simple pattern. And also in the description, you're going to find lots more links. But we're going to make this today, and the fairies are all lined up with a couple of things to share with you that you might consider for today's project. And the first up is the oh-so-magical fairy Anne.
Yay! Hey y'all, thank you so much for spending this time with us. Last week during our wet felting adventures, we made the flat piece of felt and we introduced you to a couple new products here in the shop. So this one right here is the wet felting starter set, and it comes with the bubble wrap, bamboo mat, thin plastic sheeting, mesh, and some lovely fabric ties for rolling later on. So this tool bundle is all of the wet felting tools that you need for this project. And it's an excellent place if you've never wet felted before, want a little toe in the water kit. This starter set is fabulous. We also introduced you to a new collection of fiber packs, the Wet Felting Activity Pack. And these fun activity packs contain all of the fibers, both wool and embellishment, for creating your own wet felt artful fabric. So this one right here is the colorway that we used. Oh, see, they're just so excited to come home with you. They're just jumping out of the bin. So these are the ones, this is the colorway that we used last week. This is the Love Notes version, and it's gonna come, these activity packs are gonna come with 3 merino top colors, this is some Tussa silk, we've got some viscose and some neps for texture. And the background is going to be the 100% merino PFM pre-felt. Thank y'all. Next up is Fairy Kayla.
Woo! Hey everybody, Fairy Kayla here. I know Anne was just showing our Love Notes wet felting activity pack, but I wanted to share a few others that we also created as well. So this one is our Cool Tones. Look how pretty that is. This is definitely my favorite one. And then we've also got a Hot Tones. Lots of bright, fun colors in there. And since we're making cookies today, I did want to ask everybody, what is Cookie Monster's favorite band?
What is Cookie Monster's favorite band?
Oreo Speedwagon. Been holding that one in all day. I'll turn it back over to you, Marie.
That's pretty good. Can I see just a big round of hearts for the fairies. They make everything we sell. They answer your calls, they answer your emails, just to help make life a little more cheery all the way around. And I want to remind you all that we do give away prizes in the show. So everyone's participating in the live chat, and the many, many multitudes of you who commented after last week's show all get entered to win prizes. So we're giving away 2 prizes, and you get to pick from what Kayla and Ann just showed you. You can choose an activity pack or the starter set. So we're giving away prizes from last week's commenters, Monica Drury and Pam Blackburn. Congratulations, y'all. Thanks for participating. And everyone else who's chatting today, you get a chance to win too. Now today is an extra special, super duper special show for me, especially because I have a very dear friend here with me, and some of you know her already. She is a teacher in our school. She teaches the world over felt making, very famous for her hats and some of her oh so snazzy vessels. Please welcome my lovely friend, Dawn Edwards.
Oh, so good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure as always. Dawn is a very dear friend of mine, and we're here this week working on some very special projects, which we'll share later. But today, at this time, we get to take a little break in our filming. We've been filming for the school and for International Felt Makers Association this week, and we get to take a break and just do some crafty stuff. What do you think?
This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I've been admiring these all afternoon.
So we're going to make some of our lovely fortune cookies with you. We're going to take a little seat, so I hope you all settle in, and thank you so much for being here with us today. I'll get that for you. Want to get that? Allow me, dear.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay, thank you.
You're going to spoil me.
I know. Thank y'all.
We have some international visitors too, of course. Evie from Norway, and I think I'm saying this correct, Miney from the Netherlands.
Oh, very nice. Welcome, y'all. Yeah, I know we have people all over the world. Well, why don't we pause for just a second? Let's look at our fabric here that we made together. This is the actual fabric that we made last week. So basically we made half of what we suggested everyone make, and I saw that actually a lot of people, are we up or down? A lot of people, this was their very first fabric that they made, and a lot of people got started on our artful felt fabric as well. Here's what we made last week. If we can look at the back here, we used our PFM pre-felt and this very pink spot right here. This is our very pink spot here was our PFM pre-felt, but we only used a half a thickness, and that was just kind of like an easy peasy starter way to get down a single layer. And then this right here is our merino top, and we laid down just a single layer.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're both the same micron, but a little bit different in length. And then we just decorated the top.
So pretty. I
Fun,
love those
huh?
colors together.
Right,
yes.
so these are some other fabrics that we had, and this was my original one. So what you want to do is get your artful felt fabric together, y'all, and then we're going to pair it with some other supplies. You ready to play, Dawn?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, fun. So these are the supplies you need. I promise they're really so few, and I'll talk you through them. Okay, so first thing is to grab some coordinating fabrics. Do you have a favorite there, Dawn? These are...
I think I'll go with this.
You like this one?
I love
Okay,
that.
there you
Yes,
go.
thank
We'll
you.
use that one. So these are just quilting cottons. They're very thin. You don't have to wash them in advance, but you do want to iron them so that they're nice and straight. We're using some Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. You might already have this in your studio. We do have it now in the shop, and we're selling it by the yard, so you can get just a little bit if you want. And this is a nice super bond that you don't have to sew, and it may not be that satisfying to sew either. It may not be super satisfying to sew because it's kind of thick, but this is a good for just a no sew bond. And so what I've done is I've cut a few of pieces just into squares that we're going to use. Other supplies that you'll need are, we're using our 24 gauge wire. I think we use this even on our birds. We're using our 24 gauge wire, so very thin wire. Some wire cutters, of course, marking pens or fabric pens to mark on your fabric. and fortunes. We have to have our fortunes.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me see if I can
Yeah.
dig some out of here. I'll give this to you, Dawn. You be our
Okay,
fortune keeper.
all right. I
Okay.
won't peek.
Okay, I'll be the wire keeper. Okay, I'm gonna get this out. And then if you pick up the PDF from us, so just, it's very, very simple, but what you're gonna get in here is just our simple little 4-inch pattern. It'll also show you how long to make the wire, and then you'll get a few fortunes along with some blanks that you can put your own fortunes in. So just some of those to make them fun. And what I did is I cut the 4-inch circle out of cardstock. So that's like step 1. And the other thing is parchment paper or some kind of ironing paper, something that you won't get the sticky gooey stuff on, okay? So all these little prep steps. And scissors, of course, and an ironing mat. Okay, so Dawn, the first thing we need to do is trace a circle on the wrong side of our fabric.
Okay.
So you want that to be your job?
That'll be
Okay.
my job, yes.
Okay. Let me give you a pen.
Okie doke.
Now, you can use an iron away pen, or you can use a regular ink pen. It doesn't matter because we'll cut off the lines. You could use tailor's chalk if you want. Whatever will show up on your fabric. And just make a nice tight circle. Okay. Now, once you have your circle all drawn out, then you want to cut it. And it might be easier to cut out your square first.
Okay.
But cut out the circle from your fabric. And if you want to prep yourself for this project, then go ahead and cut out some circles in advance of whatever fabrics you like. Okay, so while Dawn cuts that out, let's get our other supplies ready.
I'm a slow cutter, Marie.
Are you? That's okay. You
Yes,
take your
yeah.
time. Really, you just want, ideally, you want this fabric nice and round. So you don't want to sloppy cut it. This should be a really nicely cut circle because it's going to be our guide as we move forward. So just a tip here, I've cut my parchment paper out to larger than the circles we're going to be working on. Here's an example. I'll get Dawn's. Here's an example. And cut your parchment paper so that you have more room around your circle than you need. And then I marked the outside of my parchment paper so that I know which side is the outside, because you're ultimately going to get some of the heat and bond on it. Okay, so we're gonna take your circle because it's so
Okay.
pretty. Okay, so now that we have our, I put my iron on. I did. So now that we have that all cut out. Can you trim, Dawn, maybe just a little bit? I'll give you the non-fabric scissors.
Okay.
What we want to do is trim the heat and bond away a little bit. Yeah, just trim off the corners, if you will. You don't have to
Okay.
cut it tight.
Okay.
Just trim away the bulk because you won't need all of that. And that'll just prevent you from having to deal with it all in a minute. Okay. Great, that's perfect, Dawn.
Okay.
That's enough. Okay, great. So now what we have with this ultra heat and bond, you see that one side is really shiny and that's all the glue, and then the back side is flat. This is going to basically turn our fabric into a little patch. So then we put this right over the top. And we're gonna iron for just, it's like a hot, dry iron, and they say 2 seconds on the fat. Like that's how fast it bonds to the fabric.
Great.
Boom. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure it's really, you do want it to be a nice bind. Okay. And now you can peel it off, and what you wanna do is just let it cool because that glue is kind of tacky right now. All right. So now, Dawn, you wanna
Yes.
reveal? I have one here.
Okay.
Okay, so now you can just, what we want to do is trim all of this excess off. And
Okay.
again, go for the perfect circle.
Okie doke.
Yeah, go for a perfect
I'll do my
circle.
very best.
And I'm going to do the same. So I have one all prepped here, and I'm going to cut with my buddy. Cut one nice and round. The fabric becomes your guide for the whole project. And it's really kind of fun how fast these come together. What you'll probably find you want to do is like prep a whole bunch of circles.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going to be going to the fabric store, huh? What's everyone saying, Jordan?
Oh, they love it. They're super excited. Some people, this is their first or second wet felting project. So it's a very good beginner course.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a fun thing you can do with your wet felt fabric, and we'll show you some more afterwards of other things you might consider. So here's our cute little patches. Now we're about to use these. Do you have a fabric? Like, what fabric would you choose for your? Oh, which one? You chose this one. What fabric would you choose? Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Too many choices. They're
I
all
know.
beautiful. Well, I'm going to give mine to my husband. He loves purple. This has more purple, so I'm going with this.
Okay. So, and you're gonna do this one?
Yeah.
Or which? Okay. So
I think
Dawn.
so, yeah.
Okay. So what we want to do when we pair our fabric with our felt is we want to not waste any. You know, so you're gonna find a spot. But the first thing we do, Dawn, is we peel. Let's peel away the backing right here. So just grab a little spot and peel away the paper. Oh, I'm going to get a hold of mine here in a second. It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is the fun part. You see how shiny it is. Does that show up? Okay, so this is the glue that we're going to bind. Let's see
Okay.
yours. Bring her in here. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to iron it. I like to sort of play a game with myself and not look. Like, don't pick. You know, don't even pick.
So turn it to the other side?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
iron mine and then you can iron yours.
All right.
But just try not to waste. You know, you don't want to waste your felt
Right.
if you can.
Yeah.
And then my parchment. So again, you'll be glad you marked the outside. So since before some of that glue was still exposed. And this one, I always hold it just a little bit longer because we want to bind it to the felt. And this, like I said, I think this is like kind of a rewarding process because you've already made the felt, and nobody is going to have fortune cookies that look like this.
No,
Dawn?
absolutely not.
Nobody.
They're really cute.
Okay, so while mine cools, oh, and look at that.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, while mine cools,
Uh-huh.
you can do yours.
All right.
Okay. Here's your paper. And I'll let you pick that up.
Quite a few people who made them before. They came in under an ounce. Some people got half an ounce, 0.6 ounces.
Nice.
Wow.
A lot of them did come in at an ounce, though.
That's awesome. Yeah, what we really wanted with this project was a lightweight felt, and we've made artful felt fabric in the past, but it was thicker. So in this case, and we'll look at some projects where we used our thicker handmade felt, but for this, we really want the fortune cookies to be flexible. And I made some with thicker felt, and it was obvious. They don't kind of want to bend, you know, quite as much as the others. Okay, so now once it's cooled, then what we want to do is, I
What?
can't believe this.
What?
I messed up. I missed a whole step.
What was that?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, let's cut these out, and
Okay.
you'll know why
Okay.
we want to do the other step. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm so distracted with my lovely friend here that I just like having playtime. Like, let's cut and glue stuff. This is so I missed a step, and I think you'll see why. I think it's helpful. That's funny. We're gonna have nice circles. So anyone who's following us, pause before you adhere it. Before you adhere it to your felt. I should have had my supplies all lined up. Okay, there's our little rounds, and I have another one right here. So let me. Jordan's gonna fix this in a later edit for me.
Donna Mundinger asked, "Where's the wire, Marie?"
She did? How'd she know? Oh, because I said there was wire. How'd you know, Donna? Mind reader. Let me steal this. I'll steal this. I'll iron this. Thank you, Donna. You should come here and help me. Remind me so I don't forget stuff. Yeah, the wire. So the wire really helps us keep the shape. That's so funny.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, it's the wire. The wire in the middle. Okay, this is hot. I'll let this one cool for a second. Here's our little pieces of wire. So
Okay.
we'll use that one.
All right.
Okay, Jordan says we're on the overhead again. Now this one's a little gummy, but I'll cut it out. here comes Jordan's going to fix this in the mix one. So anyone who's watching the full replay, forgive us, and that's what happens when you're live. At least we didn't like spill a Coke across the table
Right,
or something,
yes.
you know. Yeah, that's less fixable. Now we're going to have to figure out what to do with our round circles. That's going to be like the project everyone
The next
can tell us.
project,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so once you have that, we're going to peel off our paper.
Uh-huh.
So John, you're going to have to make another one for your husband.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So he has one. Okay. I can do it. I know I can.
Yay!
I know. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, what I like to do from this point is get a peak down the middle. So all I want to do is get a crease in here, just so I know where to put my wire. Now, Dawn, this was the fabric you liked, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Then we'll make yours for your husband right now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's
I
get
hope he's
your.
not watching.
Okay, what we have here is just a little valley. So take your wire, and I know it might be a little challenging to see, but take your wire and get it as straight as you can. And what we're going to do is that wire is going to sit right in here. So you want to cut your wire such that it doesn't go all the way to the end of your fabric. Okay, Dawn, where's your felt? Yours is over there. Okay. Let's pick her. Where's he going to go? All right. So what you want to do is kind of get the wire in the middle. Where do you want it to go? And then you're going to like flip it over with the wire centered.
Okay.
Let's get it in your spot. There you go. Is it in the middle there? Good. Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Iron away.
I actually
Give it a
like
good press.
ironing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, you would be a good quilter.
I like ironing and I like vacuuming. Isn't that weird?
I'd probably rather iron than vacuum.
That's the extent of my house cleaning. After I vacuum, I think, oh, it's all nice and clean.
Yes, the wire will reveal itself right now when we show you why you need the wire in there.
You
Okay.
think that's
Yeah, I
long
think you're
enough?
good.
Okay.
I think you're good. We'll put her this way. You got it. Just there now.
Okay,
Okay,
yep.
good. All right. Now, with our wire in there, right in there, now we want to cut out our fortune cookie. He's not perfectly round, but we want to make him as round as possible. You have your
All right.
scissors?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Let's see.
So Dawn's going to cut out her fortune cookie. Dawn's going to cut out her fortune cookie. This is one of the ones without the wire. This is one of the ones without the wire. Oh, Dawn, can you cut a little forward
Oh,
there?
I'm
So let 'em
sorry.
see. Yeah, that's
yes,
okay.
right here. Is that good?
Your Hollywood moves.
Oh, dear.
This is one of the
do you
ones
think
without
Tom
the
Hanks
wire.
might be watching today.
You know, he
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah.
You
I've
think he's
always
scouting
wanted to
right
meet
now?
him. Yeah.
This is a really therapeutic project just to do in the evening, you know, when you just want to, you kind of want a repetitive process, but it's still creative and fun because the fabrics are so gorgeous. Okay, now, Dawn, what we're going to do is find your wire. Where's it going? Right across there. Okay, so now with these, you can make them fabric in or fabric out. You're going to make the fabric in, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so here's what we do. We're going to fold it right on the wire
Okay.
and crease. So the wire is kind of right there in the middle. And then, which do you want to be the outside, like this part?
I think this side.
Okay, this
Yep.
side will be the outside.
Yes.
So this will be the underside. So
Okay.
we'll just show folks a couple of these here so they can kind of see what they look like that. What you're going to do is take this the wire's in here. We kind of peek it,
Okay.
push it, peek it, and then we're going to push it together. So like you kind of scrunch it, just like that. Or so, just like that. We get a nice little peek. And then you have like your little fortune.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, now you got to put a fortune in it.
All
Dawn.
right. So should
Where's
I
your fortunes? Yeah.
right here? So I'm going to put this
yeah.
one in.
Okay, and now you can fuss with them a little bit so that they stay, and that's why the wire is good, because you see this one just does nothing. You know, like this one's just a circle. So it's great if you just want a circle, but if you want it to keep a shape, then it's helpful to have the wire in there. Okay, so she's going to put a fortune in there.
Yep, this would make a pretty coaster.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wouldn't
what
it? Yeah.
Jordan was saying.
Yeah, that
too.
would be really pretty.
Okay, can I see you? Put your fortune
Oh,
in there.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought my reading glasses in.
That's okay. We'll read some of our fortunes out. Okay. You going to
Okay.
remember that one's his?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what, do you want to read one? Pick a fortune. Okay, I'll pick this one.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful is the person reading this.
Oh. And mine says there is always sunshine if you look for it.
Oh, that's nice. These are so sweet.
They're pretty
I love
cute.
these.
I think we were saying like this would be a fun thing to just drop into a gift for a friend.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
It
sometimes
would.
you drop in candy
Uh-huh.
or some little charm or something, but I think these would be super sweet. What do people think, Jordan? What do we have?
Let's see. Some people are.
Got
They
yours.
also mentioned the coaster for the mistake.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
But as far as the cookies, they just look absolutely delicious. Let's see.
Cookies always look delicious to me, so I've never met one I didn't like.
You could, let's see, Jane Hall says to put a stitch in the wireless one, but it made me think
Yeah.
of you could make these into ornaments or something. Like a little
Right.
sticker.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah, you could definitely put a stitch. I saw a variety of ways people make these, and I just, what I liked was that the keeper together part is hidden. You know,
Uh-huh.
you can't even see what it is.
Right,
That's,
exactly.
You know, that keeps it in that fortune cookie, it keeps it in that fortune cookie shape. So really fun, and I hope that y'all will make these and share them because all the fabrics we've seen have just been absolutely beautiful. They're so pretty, and I haven't even had time this week. We've been really busy in the studio, so I haven't had time to go post on Facebook, but our group, and Jordan will pop our group up for you here, is called Living Felt Friends in Facebook, and if you make these, I hope you'll tag us on Instagram, at Living Felt, so that we can see them because that allows us to know what you've made. And I'd like to share with you a few more things we've made from our artful felt fabric over time. And the fabric, it can be thicker for some of these projects. So let me pull these out a little bit. Now these we made last year, this artful felt fabric, and maybe it was 2 years ago, but it all kicked off with this random rainbow, like this is rainbow, and then here I think we did a little Nuno felting. So this is our pre-felt on the back, one solid piece of pre-felt, lots of merino top, pre-felt, neps, locks, sari silk waist, all kinds of stuff. Angelina.
Yeah, what a great way to sample, different embellishing.
Play, fun,
Yes,
huh?
yeah,
Yarns.
really pretty.
And this was just just to have a good time. Right after we made these, we then, we'll pull these up so they can see, we made these little prayer flags.
Oh, I love that.
And this project, we've linked to this in the description down below, but the fun thing about this project is you weren't allowed to look at what you were cutting. You had to just turn it upside down and cut out shapes. So I just challenged everybody to be really bold and brave. And here's like just some of the cuts that I couldn't give up. You know,
they're beautiful.
they're just, aren't they
Yes,
pretty?
yeah.
And then we made magnets. These are with bar pin magnets.
Yeah.
We did some stamping on fabric. We did some stitching. This was another Woolly Wednesday that we brought all of these together. So these are all in the links down below. You can check out these projects. We really want to encourage you to wet felt. Is it fun, right, John?
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been wet felting all week and doing all kinds of other fun projects. We'll show you a couple of things, but we want to encourage you to get your hands in the water and your hands in the fiber. Make something as free as just a rainbow fabric or a pinky fabric or a purple fabric or blue fabric, whatever inspires you. And if there's something you're wanting to try or test or see if it works, this is a good opportunity to do that. Here's another one. I think we did this on another show and it looks the same, but what do you see in there, Dawn? You see something that's different. What's that?
Some silk.
Yeah, silk
Yes,
fabric. So
yeah.
before we hadn't put silk fabric in there, so this is some
Very
silk
nice.
fabric. This is actually some of our handmade pre-felt and our silky papers, which I'll show a little more of those. And if we flip this one over, on the back, what we did is we said, this is our PFM pre-felt.
Mm-hmm.
This is our PFL pre-felt.
Ah.
So it's a different fiber length and a different preparation. And this is silk gauze.
Ah.
So they all served perfectly as a first base layer
Yes.
Right?
Yes, they did.
to make something. So we want you to play with that, and I'll show you just a couple of more projects that we did just to get you thinking. So this was like a scrap busters project that we did, and we just did some hand stitching. So many things you can make, right? If you're just willing to
yes,
play.
and they're so cool. I love all of these examples.
Super
Yeah.
fun. And then, I know I have something else. I know I have more. This was a really fun one. So these are some greeting cards, and this was a whole nother day.
Oh, how cute.
That we played together. And I think, so these are a download, and in this project, we show you how to, we give you some shapes and patterns that you can actually print onto a fusible web. You transfer the fusible web to your handmade felt, and then you cut out the shapes and build your card. So it's like a little guide, like templates that you can cut out.
Oh, wouldn't anyone would just love to get one of these? They're so sweet.
They're fun. And then there's so many things. So we're just going to show you a couple more things that you can make. This was a hand stitch project that we did, just playing and having a good time, like an applique, if you will.
Yeah,
right?
it's great. Yes.
Just what inspired this particular project was probably 12, 15 years ago. A teacher who did like kindergarten or grade school kids had all of the kids just wet felt fabric. And then these were babies, basically, who made the felt.
Yeah.
And then she cut them into circles and she made one big picture and had just stems. I don't even know how she made the stems, but so all of the baby's felt was cut into circles, and then she made flowers out of them.
Oh, what a sweet project.
Super cute. Okay, the last thing I want to show y'all, and really we're just trying to say, hey, go felt something.
Right.
But
look at all of these beautiful things.
from something so simple,
yes,
right?
Yep, they're great.
So last year we did basic felting. We made our own pre-felt. We made our own what we called silky papers, and then we brought them all together into these mosaic junk journals, and just had fun with this. It's like a no-sew junk journal.
Oh, I think it's a treasure journal myself. It's great.
Super fun.
Yes.
Little envelope. Oh, it's upside down, but whatever.
That's okay.
Because whatever you have.
it's
So a
beautiful.
journal cover, an eyeglass cover, if you stitch, whatever. There's so many things you can make with your own handmade felt fabric, and we just want to encourage you to make something beautiful. And
Yes,
fun.
and it's so much fun doing things with you too. I really enjoyed our time where we've just been creating. So it's always fun to get a buddy and get your hands wet and soapy. And
For sure. It's fun. It is fun to felt with someone else. And so Dawn and I have been in the studio together this week. As I mentioned, something we're working on is a commission project by the International Felt Makers Association. If you haven't heard of them, please look them up. And we're working on a special class for them. We've been having a lot of fun with that. But it's a longish trip, and Dawn and I are both working on classes for our school, and Jordan will pull that up for you here. Our school is feltingtutorials.com, and we both have classes in the school.
There's
and
some wonderful classes
there
on
are,
there.
yeah.
I get on there and look through and think, I'm going to take this.
Yeah, there are some really great classes.
Yes.
And so right now there's actually a sale in the school. It's going on to Valentine's Day. Dawn's hat, right there's your hat. It's right back there, Dawn. You want to reach back
should
there?
I
Yeah.
grab that?
So this hat is called Hidden Treasures. It's been a treasure in the school, lots of excitement around this class, and it's her most recent class. She has another hat class. And then this week, and so this is probably still a couple of months out, but we'll give you a little sneak peek. Why don't you grab one of your little vessels back there? Yeah, that's a
This
good
one,
one.
is that good?
This is a very popular workshop by Dawn, and it's called her Woodsy Vessel. So we are in the process of, she's been filming this class here this week, and you've taught this here at Living Felt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. We made
Yeah.
these, so
You did.
yeah. So
As a group.
yeah, years ago, Dawn taught this at Living Felt, and what we did is we brought in all the staff who were working at the time, and everybody contributed to make the vessel. So this is really, really fun. And if you get past Wet Felting 101, make a flat felt,
Yes.
experiment.
Right.
You can take a class like this or take her hat class. We have more free wet felting classes in the school, so you can kind of cut your teeth and make a vessel, make a beanie, make a cowl. They're all free.
Yep.
And then you can graduate to a class maybe like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And really, I think, once you've done just a little felting, a little flat felting, I think that this is very manageable.
And
Yeah.
it's fun. This is
Yes.
this is a very fun,
Uh-huh.
forgiving project.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you don't really want it to be perfect because it's supposed to be nature inspired.
That's what-
and
yeah,
so,
that's the
so I
perfection.
like it to be a little, messy looking myself.
Yeah.
So.
Super fun, super fun. And then also I've been wrapping up a purse class. This is I call it my TMA tote, so no surprise on the colors.
That's
But
beautiful. I
it's-
love it so much.
It's
Yeah.
just fun. And so TMA tote is a take me anywhere tote. So you can make a big tote or a little tote. For this one, I just decided to make a huge bag.
This would be great for travel. In fact, if it winds up missing, on Friday, you'll know where it is.
So if you're having fun, wet felting or exploring wet felting or just getting your toe in the water, we hope a little bit of what we share today entices you to get started. What are people saying, Jordan?
We have Sylvia Gibbons, who mentioned that she took Dawn's felted hat class and the vessel class 2
Yes.
years ago in person and said that Dawn is absolutely marvelous.
Oh, tell her. Or hello, Sylvia. I don't need you to tell her. I can just wave right here, can't I?
All of the hats out of Dawn's
Yeah.
classes look just amazing. They really do.
And we've got some ideas for these fortune cookies. Some, let's see, Susie Kohler says that you could use them at a baby or a bridal shower.
Oh,
yes.
Linda
That's really
Arndt
cute.
would like to make them a little bigger and put in like Valentine's or a piece of jewelry as a little
Oh,
gift.
yeah,
that's
nice.
sweet.
Yeah. Linda Dean Farrar says it's such a sweet little project. It would be great to do it with kids and like trade them around like little collectibles.
Oh, that would be fun,
that's
wouldn't it?
That's a
great
really
one.
great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, to trade them. Oh, I love that idea. Super cute. Maybe even a gift for teacher. Kids are always trying to think of a gift for a teacher or
Right.
just because they would treasure them,
Oh,
Even if the whole
absolutely.
whole class could do it together. Yeah, super
Yeah.
fun. Well, thank you all so much for sharing today with us. We hope that you have fun. There are plenty of links in the description to take you back to last week so you can make your own paper thin artful felt fabric. You can see the other artful felt fabrics we made and all the projects we already showed you. You can go do that. And I think we want to give away some prizes, right, Jordan?
Yes, there's a
Okay.
few extra questions actually. I just want to
Oh, good.
refresh the supplies because somebody was asking about the armature. It is 24 gauge armature. As well as somebody asked if you could do this with a Nuno fabric.
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely. The key really is you want the fabric to be solid. So if your silk is exposed and there's no fiber underneath, then the adhesive, the heat and bond would, bleed through to the other side. So just like we showed you with this artful felt fabric right here, this whole corner here is just silk gauze. So absolutely silk gauze could be your silk gauze or habitai, pongee, whatever you have, that could be your base layer. Just be mindful to be thin on top so that it stays nice and drapey. That's really what you want, is a nice thin fabric. What else?
Let's see. Judith Studley says that she has so many scraps of fabric, she's committed to using them all, and now she knows how.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, and save your felt scraps too. You just never know with these little tiny bits where they'll come into play later. So
Yep.
start a jar by color, maybe. Yeah.
And do you have any advice for if you wanted to make them a little bit bigger, if you wanted to scale them up, how you would do that?
Oh, just make a bigger circle. So we just made a 4-inch circle. So try a 5-inch circle might surprise you how big it seems. So make a 5-inch circle and a 6-inch circle. And before you dedicate your fabric to it, just make it out of paper. So just make a solid, use like a thicker construction paper or a scrapbook paper and try a 5 or 6 inch circle together. Yeah, that'll give you a good idea of how big it is. And paper, paper will puff out a little easier. This stuff is a little thick, kind of puff out on both sides, but these are so pretty.
They sure are.
Let's see, we've got Sue Volt, who wants to use the fabric to make little ugly sweater cutouts for her Christmas tree.
Oh, that's cute.
No
that's
limits.
fun.
Anything can be made.
Yeah. Lots you can do with your handmade felt. So we look forward to seeing what you make. I hope that no matter what you make, you'll tag us so that we can get a look at it, and you might even get featured in the newsletter.
Ooh.
And Jordan's been writing down names this whole time of everyone who's been commenting or asking questions, and we appreciate that so much. So what we're going to do is draw a couple of names of prizes, and we have some prizes to give away, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm going to mix them all up. Do you want to draw a name for us?
Sure.
Okay.
Want me to read it? Or wait?
Wait for me.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Okay. I had to put that one back. You know why? Because that person has won recently. And
Oh.
I know that, yeah. We try not to give away to the same person too often, but it's easy because you come so often, y'all, and we appreciate
That's great,
it.
isn't it? Yes.
Okay, you got yours?
Yes.
All right.
Sue Volts.
And I got Judith Studley. Is that how you say it?
Yay.
Let's hold them up there, Dawn, for me. Congratulations, y'all. So here's what you've won. You're going to get your choice of our felt activity pack, and we're going to send you some of our Heat and Bond Ultra so that you can make your own Magic Fortune cookies. And I think, yeah.
And I've
Is that
got
it?
a little
You've got one?
little present.
Which one gets it? You draw a third one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
going to draw a third one then. So Dawn brought a prize too. Here, you draw the name first.
Okay.
So this is for the live show. This is a
Okay.
live win. Thanks for being here, y'all, and helping to make it fun. Oh, I know that person. They're going to be excited.
Oh, good.
Yep.
I haven't got my reading glasses on.
D.V. Corbett. You know who
Yay.
you are. I know who you are. Congratulations. You won this beautiful handmade vessel by Dawn, which I know will be a treasure for a lifetime.
Aw.
Yeah, fun. So congratulations, everyone. Thank you for
Yes,
playing with us today.
congratulations.
We hope to see you at Fortune Cookies, and we hope to see you in the school, feltingtutorials.com. That's it. Y'all be good to yourselves.
Thank you.